It's the Too Many Hats podcast with your hosts with the most, Tony and Lavelle. Every morning from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. We also have Queen Watkins with Clock That He. Tune in with us and have a great time. Let's talk about it right here. Too Many Hats podcast. Top of the morning to you, my good people. Happy Hump Day Wednesday, man. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, man. This show host with the most, the incomparable Tony Mays, the VS.
The boy said incomparable. Okay, then, Reverend. Incomparable. Oh, yeah.
It's your host with the most, man. What it do, what it do, what it do, my good people. Man, look, I'm gonna tell y'all something. God is good, bro. All the time. And all the time, God. What's going on, man? I feel like I'm shrinking or something, man. Like, what's going on? I don't know. Maybe it's just me this morning. How y'all doing this morning, man? Hope you guys are doing fantastic this morning. And so let's jump on into this topic, man, because I was minding my own business as usual, and I got a text, man, from my sister, and she actually sent me a video, and the video was from one of her ring cams, and it was the other night, and it was 3 kids in her yard. It was about 8:39 at night. Normally she's in the bed, sleep or whatever, but she's in the bed, right? And all of a sudden her ring pops up, and it's a little girl, what appears to be a little girl, standing at the edge of the street. So I guess she's a lookout. And then I guess one of her motion lights or something popped on the side of the house, and then 2 boys come running, and all 3 of them run away. And this a trip. It's only one way to get in on her street and one way to get out. They didn't run towards the way to get out. They ran towards the other way, which means they lived on that street. Because if you go on her street, you go on her street. You ain't going on no other street because you can't get to no other street. And it's a dead. And so she looked at the kids and she said, these look like the kids from down the street. So she ended up calling somebody, and he was like, send me the video. He sent the video. He called back. Yeah, that's them. So what the hell was they doing? Yeah. So it just made me want to ask a question, because clearly they were spooked. They ran off. But what if you caught a child or some children in your yard at nighttime and they were up to no good? How would you respond?
Well, we done been through it several times. I mean, so we stay next door to a park. We're next to 2 schools, so we go through it all the time. So actually, proud about maybe 7 years ago, maybe now. We hadn't had the gate yet around the back part of the house, and I had just had eye surgery. And this young man walked through the side of the yard. I'm talking about like up to the close. I'm talking about almost close to the door. I walk outside. I say, "Hey man, y'all just gonna walk through the yard? You know what I'm saying? Just disregard my yard, man. Fuck your grass." What? Oh, okay. So you know what I'm saying? I get close to him. I say, "Man, who you talking to?" So by that time, Don come outside. Lavelle, come on in the house. Don't say nothing to him. Do. And one of the young men was real respectful. Like, hey man, leave that gentleman alone. Whatever. Yada yada yada. By the time Don got to me, and like, Lavelle, calm down. The dude said, "Hey man, Fuck you, bitch. Oh,
Ooh.
okay.
Woo.
Bro, if my god brother Darrell hadn't been over here, I would have been in jail.
Wow.
That's just one incident. We've had several.
You know, these children are off chain, right?
Yeah.
So I guess my response would be based on their response. Because you know, now they toting at 11, 12, 13. They toting.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, if I go out the house to address it, I'm gonna be toting.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm probably gonna grab the AR. I ain't gonna grab the little handgun. I'm gonna grab the AR.
Yeah, because they got switches.
Or the shotgun, because that shotgun, them buckshot gonna spray. Anyway. So if I walk out and you seem non-threatening, and I know that you are some kids from down the street, or I know you're some neighborhood kids, my response would probably be, you know, I'm gonna tell you, get them hands up where I can see them. Hold up, don't run. If you run, I'm putting one in you. You know, I'm just talking. They may take off anyway. But if they hold their hands up, man, and they comply, man, I'm gonna talk to them kids. I ain't finna throw them in the system, bro.
Yeah, I try to always do that. I
ain't finna throw them right in the system, man. 'Cause I know what the system will do to a young black kid. You know, if it's a, I'm probably gonna talk to them, ask them who their parents are. Come on, let's ride around and talk to the parents. I'm gonna tell the parents, you know, I'm not gonna call the police or none of them. I just don't want, I don't want them caught up in the system. Now, but if I be met with some aggression, I'm gonna respond with aggression. If that makes sense. So in the case like my sister, you know, the kid just kind of ran off, you know, so you know, they didn't like it. And then they had their hand, they didn't have, like, they was running like this, so they didn't have nothing in their hand, like no guns or nothing. So they was clearly trying to either steal something out the yard, or could have been her car, one of her cars, you know, whatever it was. So, but the lights kept them off, so they wasn't no real thieves, because the real thieves would have stuck there. They wouldn't care nothing about no lights.
Yeah, another group of kids had did something one time. I can't remember what they had did. It was probably like maybe 8 or 9 young men. And I had one did a birthday party. And when I started setting up, I was like, that little boy look familiar. And I ain't say nothing. And so I said, man, what school you go to? He was like, Howard Oaks Middle. I said, I know I knew you. I said, you was with them little boys who I had to get on to the other day. Like, yeah, it wasn't me, Mrs. You know, because I knew his grandma. He's like, yeah, I tried to tell them, young man, you know, don't mess with you, don't say nothing to you, you know. And his dad, I know I ended up knowing his dad. I think his dad is from Lake Regard, I think. Anyway, man, that man told him, he went told them folk parents what they did. Oh, they got hold of their ass. But like you say, I tried to
even if it wasn't him and it was the other guys, he hanging with the wrong dudes.
Yep, that too.
You know what I'm saying? He hanging with, cause that's how the young innocent you and the parent be like, my kid, he ain't did nothing. Yeah, but he was with the crazy fool that's always innocent.
Yep. Yep.
So it makes him, you know, you're guilty by association.
Yeah, he apologized and everything.
Yeah, Mel says, I remember my 45th birthday. I had yard signs installed. The kids across the street came over and touching them, and I had to regulate. Get y'all tail back over there. Y'all parents should be watching y'all. Yeah, but that was probably a little different. They, depending on how old the kid, they probably was just a little curious, seeing the signs, thought they were pretty, came over there. So, you know, clearly they were just probably being a little mischievous, but they wasn't being like, they wasn't over there trying to late at night trying to steal something out your yard, or trying to kick your signs over and knock your signs down and all that.
Man, what's so crazy, man, that really disturbs me and hurt me to my heart? These little girls, man, don't got so aggressive, bro. I was about 2 weeks ago, I was upstairs doing something, hear all this commotion. I'm like, what the hell is going on outside? Man, it's probably about 15 girls, boy. They got the jacket. I said, man, y'all take your ass somewhere and go do some homework or whatever. I said, they, but these little girls, man, I'm talking about
bro.
the time, bro. I'm like, y'all are little girls, man. Y'all are
They
young
the
women.
worst ones, bro. They
Yeah,
the worst ones. The little girls are the worst ones.
bro. This is sad, bro.
What gets me is when you try to say something to them nice. Hey, young man, young lady, don't be out here doing that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then they turn around and cuss you out, which lets you know they ain't got no respect for the elder or older people. They just turn around and cuss you out. And see, at that point, you know, that's when your response to me, you know, becomes aggressive, and I'm gonna respond aggressively. You know, so if I know that you're trying to comply, if I catch you in my yard, you're trying to comply with what I'm saying, and I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna say, hey, man, get on to the house, man, and quit hanging, man. You know, or you end up on somebody's t-shirt. You know, now your volume went out, bro.
I had to take a phone call.
But yeah, so you know, I'm gonna respond the way the children respond. You know, maybe that might not be, you know, the right way to respond. But if you're giving me some slack, some mouth, and I'm just trying to talk to you and saying, man, you over here in my yard. Why you in my yard? You know what you trying to do? Especially if it's at night, because you ain't got no business prowling through my yard at nighttime. I'm talking about no business prowling through my yard at nighttime. So if you caught a child or some children in your yard at nighttime and you know they were up to no good, how would you respond? And so my response to that is I'm gonna respond pretty much how they respond. But sometimes you can run out there, like I said, these young kids now they toting. So you can run out there with your pistol and you trying to talk, and they ain't trying to hear that. They just turn around and butt. Because one of the things I know I've discovered about kids who are young kids who are trying to steal cars. If you got one or two that's standing right by the car chain, you better believe it's a one or two somewhere else watching.
Mm-hmm.
So don't get caught running out there and they on the side of your house waiting on you to come out so they can get you blindsided because you trying to run up on the two that's in your car.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to approach with some caution. And if you go out that door and you met with pow, 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 then you need to pow, pow, pow back, be in a position to pow, pow, pow back. And I know this happened here recently where I don't know if it was in South Haven. I think it was in South Haven where some kids were still in the car, and it happened on two separate occasions. Where the first one, the guy he got shot at and the bullet grazed him, so he was over. But the other person got shot, and I don't know if they made it or not. The homeowner that ran out there. So you got to know that they carry them pow pows, them pow pows. They carrying them.
Yeah.
So if you run out there, you know, you just be mindful, man. If you got cameras all around, look at all the cameras when you run out there and see where they at before you get to running out there, you know, talking crazy.
Yeah, we had an episode one time, man. This young man moved over here. Ironically, he's Daddy's young nephew. He's actually deceased now. Rest in peace, young man. Anyway, so when he moved over here, they moved about 3 houses down from us. And supposedly,
Daddy's young.
Daddy is, I think I'm saying like the basketball player.
The basketball player. I don't know.
Yeah. But anyway, you know, he went to Mitchell High School, went to the NBA. So he had bought a house for his grandmother up the street, and then he had got a house for his sister had moved here from New Orleans. And so the young man, he wasn't going to school. So he said he was affiliated with some kind of Grape Street, some he's supposed to have been a part of. So he walking all up and down the street. This is my neighborhood or something like that. So one day he got into it with one of the young guys or whatever, and ran over in our house, in the garage, and Don was out there, and man, Don told that little boy to sit his tail down, and man, Don gave that boy so much. She scolded him, but you know what I'm saying. He listened. He sat down, told him, get yourself together, da 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 da. But man, that little boy was literally terrorizing the neighborhood. He was supposed to dating one young lady. Man, he picked his little girl up, man, and dropped the little girl on her head. But like I said, he's deceased now, and he had all the little boys in the neighborhood scared and all that. I said, dude, ain't nobody scared of your ass. Not over here.
Craig says, see, that's my stance on it, because these kids aren't respectful. And 9 times out of 10, I'm coming outside already on 10. And that's why I tell folks to light every side of their houses and put cameras up, so you can always have eyes on potential threat. And that's my, like I said, if you know you got blind spots, don't run your butt out there talking about what y'all doing in my car. Them young kids gonna light you up. Queen. I mean, her Max said these young is wilding out nowadays. Yeah. So you going out there to stop somebody from breaking in your car, and you ain't even look at your cameras where the other threats are, because some, like I said, like I don't want to give nobody no idea, so I don't even want to describe my situation. But I got cameras around my house, and my cameras notify me every time like there's motion. Oh man, one time my camera's so sensitive. One time it was a bug flying in front of the camera, and it was like motion. And then I look at it, it was a little bee or something buzzing around the front of the camera. I'm like, bro, these cameras too sensitive.
Same way here.
So but I'm cool. I'm cool with that. Now there was one time I didn't have one. I had cameras on one side of my house, but it wasn't showing like my neighbor's house. It was just kind of showing that side of my yard where my fence is and all that. And then I took those cameras down because they basically ran off a solar panel. And what happened was they kept going down because that side of the house didn't get a whole bunch of light. And so, the cameras kept, the charger kept going down. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give me another camera. So I took them down. But before I could put another camera up, my next door neighbor, somebody broke in her house in broad daylight, bro.
Wow.
The only thing that really saved her was, and they went through her side door. The only thing that really saved her was her alarm system went off, and it was like really loud or whatever, and they called the police. But I think they still managed to get like a TV. So they just got a quick grab and ran. But I felt like there had to be somebody she knew she was at work that time of the day, or at least somebody that had been scoping her. Because I keep telling my whole neighborhood is retired people, and everybody always looking out. So it had to be somebody that know her for it not to arouse any kind of suspicion to any of my neighbors or anything. So now what I did is, like, that next day after her house was broken, I put the camera up that shoots on that side of yard. Like I can see my fence, that side of yard, and her side, her whole house, and anybody that's gonna pull up. So at least now we covered all the way around on that side. So you just have to be careful, man, with these young folk, man. Craig said they got one person still in the car and the other person protecting the one still in the car. Yeah, for sure. And I'm telling you, it ain't no one or two of them. Normally it's 3 to 4.
I don't know, dog. They got my partner, he's a sheriff, and they got a scenario the way they do it. Actually, they be in cars. So it'd be like 4 people in the car on the street, and then the other young man be in the car. So they got a device now that they literally can put on the window, pull the window up, and just lay the window down. It don't shatter, it don't do nothing. And they in and they gone.
Well, some of them now they got the now I ain't had to do that. They got the electronic reader, and they can get close enough to your car and read whatever, and scan it and get the code and hit the pop unlock, and that's how they can drive. And they be like, I got a push start, I got to have the key. How they get? because they got that machine. That's why a lot of time they bust the chop shops. First thing they find is those machines that can code machines that can code and where they can get in those cars. So it almost, man, like makes sense now to have one of the old school jumps where you just got the key to open the door, the key to go in ignition to turn.
It's crazy, bro. It's really crazy.
But they don't want to steal them though. Well, they're still an old school probably, but I mean, you know, if you got an old school that really stand out, they probably won't steal it because it's gonna stand out too much.
I actually think, man, folks always be kind of they don't know me, but they know me. And so like sometimes I remember one time, brother, I took my equipment out and put everything in the garage and I just parked in the driveway. So we just had to have some here at the house. So the camera went off, but it was like a blind side of the camera. And when the dude walked off, we saw it. And I had went back outside because I had left some outside. If I had to open the garage, like soon I heard the lady coming, I must have left some outside. Soon I get ready to open the garage, dude was right there in the driveway. I would have walked up on him.
And no telling what he would have had.
Yep. Now we don't have some episodes over here, Doc. Especially, you know, like I say, I don't care.
Y'all stay in the good era.
Nah, it don't even matter no more, Doc.
Y'all stay in the good era.
When we did Don's birthday one time, somebody's birthday. It was somebody's birthday. I think it was Fifi's birthday. They broke in 2 cars in broad daylight. So
they don't care. Like I was talking to somebody the other day, and they was like, man, you know, I don't even know why these folks want to be stealing stuff and committing these crimes now with all this new technology. They gonna get caught. I said, that's the whole idea. Like some of them don't care. They doing it for clout. They want to say make the news or the TV so they can say, man, you know, oh, they got me on TV. They doing it for clout. They chasing clout, bro. Like they don't care. That's why they doing this stuff in broad daylight and all that. They don't care.
But then, like, you know, they ain't doing nothing to them with the system. Nothing. They go and get right back up.
But that's a topic for a whole other day. But if you caught a child or some children in your yard at nighttime and you know they were up to no good, how would you respond? If you caught a child or some children in your yard at nighttime and you know they were up to no good, how would you respond? Would you just say, hey, everything I got is sure, let them take it? Craig says it's almost best to have a manual key. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Queen says that part, folks do stuff everywhere. The Caucasian people just don't get caught. Oh, they get caught too.
They get caught too.
They get caught too. It's just not it's just not how they publicize like the black folks. That's the media for you. The media gonna only highly publicize when they do it in the black neighborhoods. Oh, they get caught. They in jail.
Yeah. So what we did, man, and I'm glad it's good you brought this up. So what I did was I partnered with the neighborhood church over here, great New Sardis. And so by us, you know, being next door to the park, so like I think we were doing it on Tuesday afternoons. We'll sit up out there with some candy and some cakes and chips and stuff. So as the kids are getting out of school, you know, they'd be like, how much is it? It's free.
That's cool.
And actually, one of a group of the young men, when the first or second time we did it, they were finna get ready to fight. Hey man, no, you don't need to do that, doc. Da 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 da. And ironically, one of the young men, you know, he said he go to church, his granddad up house and all that stuff. And we, you know, got his information and talked with him. I think he's doing real well. But we you know, just trying to curb some of the stuff that these young men and young women are doing. Actually, hopefully we gonna get ready to start it back because the weather don't broke. But those parents that was coming down the street and, you know, some of them that was, you know, actually driving, they like, y'all, thank y'all so much for doing something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
And that makes a difference, man. You know, I said it yesterday, even though we had a different topic, but people don't want to know how much you know, bro. They want to know how much you care. And these children, bro, you can be, you know, I keep talking about these parents in the home, man. You can be there, but not be present.
Yeah.
You know. And these kids need some parents and some people to be present in their lives, bro,
Mhm.
to love on them, man, and teach them and show them. And they lacking that, man. You know why? Because everybody out here now, everybody out here chasing the dollar bill. Everything is about chasing the dollar bill.
Mhm.
And the I don't want to say few, but the people that out here that are really trying to raise their children the right way, that's really trying to instill good morals and values in their children and spending time with their children and doing things with their children and traveling with their children and doing that is showing their children love. Those are the kids that are normally the victims of the ones
Mhm.
that are not being showed the love, not being cared for, not being fed, not being treated right, not being, it's just the way it is. Craig said it's safe. It's safe to just let them have them cars because your life ain't worth it over a car. Then nowadays you got to be careful because the suspects got more rights than the victims these days.
Right.
Yeah, you can't
Crazy.
walk out your house blasting. Like it now, if
Mhm.
they shoot first, you can shoot back because that's now you self defense. But if you just go out shooting and they haven't shot back or you haven't even saw them shoot with a weapon and you go out there shooting and you kill one of them, are they taking you to jail?
It happened to us around the corner. It was on the news.
Yep. Queen said, I would tell one to go outside, but knowing him, I call the police first and then tell him because these kids reckless, they will fire when they get scared and them folks gonna fire back at them for real, not trying to hurt these kids. But I don't know, sticky situation because where your parents at. Yeah, it's like, and that's why I wanted to ask the question this morning based on that scenario that my sister sent me. Like, how would you really respond if you caught some kids in your yard and you know they were up to no good? Like, how would you really respond? Do we go out there and be reckless and go out there shooting? Do we go out there just, just old nitty witty and all, happy go lucky and go out there and get killed? Because we just want to go out there. What y'all doing? Don't do that. Pow, pow, pow. Then we on somebody's t-shirt. So what is the response? Like, how do you respond when you walk up onto something like that, walk into something like that?
Mhm.
I agree, Craig. Always check your cameras and peep out the blind before exiting the house. And
Yeah.
then if you see them still in your car, like, hey, they still in the car, man. It's insured. Hey, whatever.
Somebody got a Fifi car, and then we didn't realize it until she got in the car and broke it. They ain't do nothing, wasn't nothing to get. But they had just shambled and went to the car,
Yeah.
and we didn't even know. And now so now we just try to be a little bit more alert, and that was with the cameras on.
Well, it happened one year at my house, and it come to find out because it was crazy because I never leave my car unlocked, never. But this particular day, I had left the car unlocked, accidentally because I was doing something else. I think I was changing. I had changed to put a battery that I was gonna take the AutoZone the next day. So I had popped the trunk of my Magnum and I stuck the battery back there and said, I'm gonna take it to AutoZone, get it charged up because I think it was for my antique.
Mhm.
I don't know, I don't remember. But anyway, I left the car unlocked. And then I think Lil Tony might have left his. No, they bust his window. Well, there was two different situations. Okay. So anyway, they unlocked, and then I had another car. It was like an older car that was sitting there, and that was, I ain't had nothing in it, but it was unlocked. So what I noticed was when I went to my car, I opened the door and I just looked and I said, "What the heck?" It was just stuff that's everywhere.
Mhm.
And I said, so I stood up and looked around. I looked at the other car. And then I said, let me go look at this other car because it's always unlocked. And I looked and it was stuff threw around. And then I said, somebody broken these cars, man. And then I
Mhm.
remember that I didn't lock the door. So I went to check my wife's car. Hers was locked. Hers was good. And the other car was locked and good. So I I went over there and looked again, and I remember, man, I had a brand new digital camera in there. I had a GPS system in there. I had my gun in there.
For real?
Man, huh?
You had the gun in there?
Yeah, bro. They got me for my gun. They got me for my. So of course right then, because I probably wouldn't even did a report for that other little stuff. I've been like, they got me,
But you had to report the
but
gun.
because the gun was in there, I was like, oh no. So I went to the precinct that was right up here close to me. I went to the precinct. While I was in the precinct, they were getting calls from other people in my neighborhood, and another person like 2 streets over was at the same So what they did is they went through the neighborhood. They went through the street by street, checking it, going up in the yards, checking to see who had left their car unlocked and what they could take out of it.
Wow.
And the guy told me that it was a ring of folk doing it. Yep. And then one time Tony car, because he had all that loud music and stuff in there, so he felt like that it was somebody that either he knew or somebody that knew he had was stalking him, and they bust his window out of his car and got his radio out of there, and he was crying mad. I said, man, look, that window can be replaced and all that stuff, man. We can replace that stuff. So I took the car the next day, put another window in it. I went to the junkyard, found another window, put the window in it, and had the window back tinted, and went to the TNT and put another radio in. Now you back bumping. So I'm like, but so you got to be. I said, when you around here showcasing and bumping your radio, you got to be careful. Everybody peeping. Somebody always want what you got.
Yep.
Craig said, I remember at one point, I never wanted to call the police for anything, but now I call Memphis Police Department. Established 1827 quicker than lightning can strike you. Rodney said, I'm shining red dot laser through the window.
You gotta be careful doing that, because they'll shoot back up at you.
Yeah, but if he shining a red dot and they shoot back, and they shoot, he ain't shoot. They shot. Oh, he can lock a load in.
Yeah.
Queen said, and the orange man want to make it legal for 18-year-olds to carry. Now he already got it where the police can do whatever they want to do to you, and they immune from prosecution. That part and won't work to get their own. Yep.
Yeah. But one thing I love about our home is it's kind of theft deterrent. So if you come up in here, you're gonna be mad because you're gonna have to get to it. Whatever you're gonna get, because unless you want the dining room table, you can't get that out the door. So you're
gonna have to work a little bit for mine too. You're gonna have to. I mean, I ain't saying you can't, but you're gonna have to work a little bit. While you working, you better be knocking some cameras down. But I'm already have you before,
Yeah, you better help me do what you gotta do.
Yeah. You gonna have some work. And you get up in here, man. That's why I kind of miss having them pit bulls in the house, boy. Man, them dog with Sheba.
It's over with.
Man, I had them 2 in the backyard. If I let them 2 in the backyard loose, you ain't coming through the back for sure. You gonna look over that fence, you be like, oh no, I'm good. I ain't coming through the back.
Yeah, but
I remember somebody broke in Walmart.
These jokes coming in though, they'll shoot the dog on site.
But that's the first thing my dog was taught to jump for your hand. One jump for your hand, one jump for your neck.
Yeah.
Man, so you gon' yeah. I remember one time somebody broke into the Walmart that you used to work it up here. And they jumped. I guess they ran across the lot. They were cutting across people's yards, so they ran through my yard. I don't know what they had. Well, I know one of them had some bullets because I found the bullet. They found the bullets. I guess he had a box of bullets that I don't even know why you go up in Walmart to steal a box of bullets. But anyway, some of the bullets had jumped in front of my fence. But he jumped my fence and then he jumped the fence. But when the police came, they pulled up and they looked back there and they saw my 2 pit bull, but I had them chained up at the time. When I walked back there, because my cameras went off, I said, man, what's going on? He said, man, somebody that jumped my fence. And I said, man, I wish my dog would lose. That police said, man, I sure do too. I said, bro, I said, they would have killed that dude, though. He said, well, he would have got what he deserved.
Yeah.
I said, man, them dogs would have killed that dude, man. He would have jumped that fence. Man, they would have been found that joker in shreds back there. All right. So anyway, let's clock that T. Y'all do a good job of securing y'all home. Yeah, I try to do my best to, because I know again, even though I realize that we got a lot of elderly, well, not elderly, just retired people, because they not really just all that elderly, they just retired. And so a lot of them are home during the day. Some of them out there working in the ERs and all that. So it's it's somebody out, and then damn near everybody over here got cameras. Everybody. So all the way around. Because I didn't put cameras on most of these folk houses. Okay. So they got camera systems and stuff all the way around their house. So they you gonna if you something happen on this street, you're gonna get multiple angles, video angles. Even if they shoot the dog, that's really what that precautionary measures alert you. Man, I don't want them to shoot my dog, but like with Pepper, if Pepper hear anything out there, she like that's my alarm before the alarm go off.
Yeah.
Yeah, up to my she can hear a car door like boom, and it could be when I look out the window, it's down the street. I'd be like, Pepper, that's somebody down the street. Calm down. So anywho, it's time to clock that T with our girl Queen Watkins. So Queen, without further ado, clock it, boo.
Good. Y'all know what time it is. Put them phones down, fingers up. It's time to clock that T with your girl Queen Watkins. I hope y'all having an amazing morning. But y'all know what time it is. Time to get into this tea, okay? Have y'all seen the video of the young lady that was denied services at the wax parlor because she smelled like she had an infection down there? Yes. Never heard of this before, y'all. So this just amazed me, right? So she went into the wax parlor and was basically saying like she got a vacation, she going on, she, this was her last option, and she needed done. So the waxer lady was just like, ma'am, I don't feel comfortable touching you. I don't feel comfortable at all. So I'm not going to touch you. Mind you, she wasn't being rude. She wasn't being disrespectful. She was apologizing to the lady and everything. And she was just basically saying, look, I can't do it. I'm a CNA. She wiping butts or whatever all the time. And she ain't smelt that smell before, so she felt uncomfortable. And she did make the statement to the lady she might, want to go to the doctor or something instead of going on this vacation that she kept talking about. So then she started to try to insult the lady, y'all. She started to try to, she said that the smell came from her just now leaving the gym. First off, if you just left the gym and you finna bust them legs open, why you didn't
go home first?
304 bath. If you know. If you finna bust your legs open like that, you should have wiped or something. Did something, went and bought some baby wipe, did whatever you needed to do. You're opening your legs in front of somebody's face. Right? So, sweetheart, that was on you. You can't blame that smell on the gym, little bug. You can't do that. So then she told the waxer, she was like, no, the waxer was saying she went to the gym. She goes to the gym too, and her stuff don't smell like it. And the girl was like, you don't even look like you go to the gym. First off, you mad because old girl telling you, you mad because old girl telling you that she that you stank down there. That's what that is. And then recording the place saying, oh, it's so unprofessional here. Oh, this look like this like this, looks like that. But you set your butt down to get a wax at this same place. And you was begging to get it after the girl told you she don't want to do it because you smell like an infection. You still saying you still want to get this wax for this vacation. So the place must have wasn't as bad as you say it was. You just mad because you stank. All right, y'all. That's all the tea that I have. Make sure y'all tune in to 2 Men in Hats Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. sharp. And don't forget to stay tuned for your girl Clock That Tea with yours truly, Queen Watkins. Y'all make sure y'all get y'all tickets. Time is winding down for the 2 Men in Hats networking event. Meet and greet y'all April 5th, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. You don't want to miss it. Y'all come out and enjoy some time in the town with the 2 Men in Hats. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye.
Bro,
No,
I
no.
saw the video.
She wasn't ready. She wasn't ready.
I saw the video. And for this woman to say, I gotta go get this Brazilian wax before I go on vacation, but I'm going to the gym first and work out. And then now a lot of gyms I know to have showers.
She was lying, bro. She was capping.
Yeah. So even if you went to the gym, right, and you knew that when you leave the gym, you got to go get your Brazilian wax done for vacation. There's no way in the hell you ain't gonna go and hop in that shower, that gym shower. You're gonna go hop in that gym shower, knock some of that little workout stench off you, and then go on. But I'm gonna tell you something. That lady wasn't lying, bro. It's a different smell.
Oh yeah.
It's a different smell when you funky and when you just leaving the gym funky. It's a different smell, bro.
It's a difference.
And that lady said, that's why that lady said, no, I done been to the gym. I know how a person can smell you go to the gym. That's something else, ma'am. You have an infection or something that's going through your pH balance is way off.
Mm-hmm.
And even if, but see, this is the thing, Queen. Even if she took the HOE bath, even if she take the bath, if she got an infection, it's still gonna be funky down there.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You just gonna smell less of that body odor from working out, but you still gonna smell that funk. So why would you take your stinking butt? And then, so I used to always wonder why the older people would say, "Oh, they acting up, they smelling themselves."
Mm-hmm.
And I got old enough to realize what that meant. You can literally smell yourself when you tart, when you're not fresh.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I don't understand, unless your nose ain't working. That's why I don't understand how nobody walk around here smelling a certain kind of way, because you can smell it. I don't care if you musty, you know you musty.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to the use the restroom, that odor going, oh, I need to go take a shower.
Yep. Well, they say that first one knew it, blew it.
First one smelled it, dealt it.
Yeah, that one too. I forgot about them.
So there's no way, as a woman, I can see this woman saying, I'm going to get this Brazilian wax, and I know I smell like and the queen of the sea.
What's up with all these individuals though, man? They go to these companies because this made me think about the big dank lady. You know, I have the right to refuse services. If I can't work in the environment to get the work done, why would you even want me to do it? First off, because I can't do it properly.
Somebody posted in the group. I'm trying to think of her name. She posted in the group. I think it was Ken Webb. I want to say posted in the group about.
That's my uncle. That's a guy.
No, well, it may have been not. Maybe it was somebody else that posted something in our group about the woman getting the cleaning the whatever. I forgot what my uncle called it, like a I don't know. But this girl was literally in her face, like the girl was spread eagle, and the girl was in her face, and she was, I forgot what motherfucker she called it, but anyway, she was picking that stuff, and she was steaming it, and I guess it was like a vagina facial or something. I don't know, but I was just looking at how the girl didn't have no mask on, so like she was down in there, you know, cleaning and wiping, and got her little Q-tips, and so I'm saying, boy, she mighty close. So if this girl stinky, she gonna smell it, and how she can perform her job. So think about the wax. If I'm waxing, I got to get close to that thing to smell. I don't want to smell your funky tail. That's why they tell women to stay in after having a baby. Even the Bible says you are unclean. Queen says a yoni stem. I guess that's what it's called, yoni stem. Yeah. So whatever it is, but I could just only imagine having to be that kind of person doing that, and then somebody come in, ain't fresh, want to get it done. I'm like, nah, you supposed to go take a shower before I come and do this to you. Now, don't just come in here thinking I'm just gonna clean you up.
No,
that's my job. Craig said we be stinking, then get mad at they folks for telling them they stinking. Attitude be stinking too. Man, look, you can smell your own self first. And nobody ain't got to tell you stink.
That's just like the sign they put on.
If your breath stink, you can do this.
Yep.
It's gonna tell you if that breath stink. Ain't nobody got to tell you, hey, you need a piece of candy. Unless you just ain't. You just got to eating some onions or some weird tasty stuff that's gonna give your breath an odor. Like my wife, good. My wife would hand me a piece of gum. She know we done ate something, and we ain't going straight to the house. She'll hand me a piece of gum, and I'm cool with that because I know I just got to eat a salad with onions on it, and all this other stuff. So cool. But if you do this and it come back and you need to go brush your teeth, and you probably do something else. You probably got gingivitis, halitosis, or something.
Yeah, but a bad tooth in your mouth.
A bad tooth in your mouth or something.
Yep.
So I do not blame that lady for refusing services.
No, bro.
I don't blame her for because I don't want your stinky cuckoo in my face.
Ain't gonna be able to do it.
Okay. I almost went somewhere, boy. Thank God for salvation. I almost went somewhere. Woo. This almost been one of them shows, y'all. I almost went there. Boy, I was close. I was mighty close just then. I'm talking about mighty close. Ooh, boy. Okay, anyway. What was our topic? If a young person or a group of children were in your yard at nighttime, and you know they were up to no good, how would you respond? I'm gonna respond. I'm gonna respond the way I'm getting responded to, if that makes sense. I'm gonna meet how I'm being met. Hold 1 second.
Yeah, these young people are crazy. Man, I'm just chilling. Thinking about my next move.
Yeah.
He
said, go there, bro. Y'all messy, bro. Y'all so messy.
I can only imagine.
Man, y'all so messy. No, I'm not gonna go there. But whew, for another day, we'll go there. Philly says, hey, if they don't try to come in, then they have whatever they want. I pay insurance, and if my life not in danger, then oh well. Okay, all right. Don says it happened to us, and the young man claimed he was waiting on a ride, but he was up by the house. I got on the camera and told him that I was going to call the police. Okay.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yep. So and it's good too. Look, if you guys have those cameras, so before running out those, because all of my cameras have the two-way voice where I can talk through the camera and I can actually hear too. So I can actually get on my phone and say, hey, bro, keep it moving. Keep it moving, to the point where they see they know you see them. Now, if they get disrespect and hold up a gun or something, and then I don't know. I had to keep from letting my ego or pride or whatever get the best of me in that case, or just my anger, because that probably angered me more than anything. So you just basically telling me, I know you see me, I don't care. Come on out here and get it. Oh, I might knock a one out myself and just light it up.
You're great.
Oh man, but anyway, but it didn't happen like there have been times like I haven't even been at the house and my doorbell rung, and then there was somebody at the door saying, hey, I need to get, it was like Xfinity or something, I need to get in your backyard. And I'd be like, and I had dogs at the time. I'd be like, you might want to come back when I'm there, bro. I got my dogs loose. Because you go back there right now, I ain't responsible for what happened to you. So, yep. So I would meet, I would respond, and that's probably the childish way of saying it. I'll respond how I'm responding to. That's probably childish. That's probably a little childish. But
no, not necessarily.
Because I'm saying, like, I don't necessarily, just because I'm met with aggression, I have to go back with aggression. That's a choice.
It is.
So that's what I'm saying. I guess it can be because if I go out the door and I ain't just walking out empty hand and I'm already cocked and loaded. If I walk out that door and I say, hey man, y'all get on, and then they pull up a gun and shoot, I'm shooting back, bro. But if they just say, man, oh man, go on, whatever, then, but they leaving. Okay, as long as you know you need to be leaving.
Right.
Queen said, Tony, now wait, I'm gonna give them the same energy they give me. You can't always do that, Queen.
No, you can't.
That part of my life, yours or mine, no hesitate. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if it's down to you shoot at me, my life or yours, I'm responding that way. But if I holler out there and I get loaded and you talking crazy, but you walking away to your car, running away to your car, then yeah, I don't have to come on out those and chase you and get your tag number and all that. I'm not finna do all that. But if it's some kids I know they ain't toting, they just out there trying to do some, maybe steal something. They saw that they can steal something and get some, and I could grab hold to them and say, look, I'm not gonna call the police on you. I'm not gonna put you in the system. But that's we quick to call the police and put them in the system. Now, if they deserve to be in the system, they deserve to be in the system. And I ain't talking about I'm talking about these ones that ain't around here toting the gun. They just being mischievous and doing something. But these gun toting ones, they deserve to be in the system because you out there looking to do something to somebody. Rodney says,
I missed that memo, baby.
Rodney says, if I come out there, gonna be trouble. Trouble in my Bernie Mac voice from Players.
Trouble.
Don says, Lavelle, tell him about the time I was about to run outside of my underwear because they were messing with a Field's old car in the driveway.
Yeah, I do remember that now. You talking about the Suzuki. I was thinking about the Kia, yeah.
Oh my God. Y'all Don about to run outside of her underwear. She said she more calm now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can tell y'all about Monica. Monica ain't running out nobody's house to nobody's driveway to check on nobody's nothing.
Right.
She ain't going, bro.
Speaking of Monica, how's she feeling?
She gotta go to the doctor today. She man, body aching and headaches, but she been sleeping good at night because I've been kind of monitoring her sleep. She been sleeping good, so that's cool.
Oh, that's so sweet.
You crazy. All right, man. Look, I gotta get out of here, bro. But man, we appreciate y'all. Another good engaging topic, man. And I can't, man, shout out to Gigi too, man. My sister Gigi too for for supplying me with that topic that she ain't even know she was gonna supply me with.
That's one of the gentlemen I want to get on the pod too, as well as Jonathan Cross. He teaches the gun class, and
okay.
Yeah, and he that's his full-time thing, and he a lot of stuff you think you know, you really don't know.
Yeah,
and he be up on
guns. Set that up, bro. See if you can set that up one morning. He can come on here and we can so he can really give people the laws around and why they should go and get so they can know, take the class and know what they can and what they can't do. Because just because you go and take that class and you get a gun permit, don't mean you just you ain't the law.
He break it all the way down. He get into the nuts and bolts, and especially with women. That's why I would want him to come on because it's crazy.
Now you GG1. Look at GG1 showing up.
What's up, Miss P?
GG1 and did something to her leg, man. She ran that. It's about I wasn't even doing nothing. I said, "Yeah, what I'm talking about."
Miss P was nursing them margaritas at the Super Bowl party, boy. She was nursing that thing. She was just cheesing on the margaritas, boy. I said, Miss P, you put it on right? She said, yeah.
Yeah, but Miss P can put it down, man. She a tequila connoisseur.
Yeah, no doubt.
She's a tequila connoisseur, but she like the good stuff. Don't give her that cheap tequila now. She gotta have the good tequila.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta get out of here, bro. Come on, close us out of here, man. Get your thoughts.
What's up, Miss Cedra? She said, y'all popped up. Good morning. Y'all popped up. I see you, DJ Reb. Hello, Miss Dunn. Hey, what's up? She said, we crazy, Tony. Pray I strengthen the Lord.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Everybody have a good day at work, man. Have a good hump day. Thank y'all for tuning in. Let's have prayer. Most gracious eternal God, our Father, Lord God, we thank you for this day. Thank you for this time. Thank you for waking us this morning, giving us a reasonable portion of health and strength, clothing us in our right mind. Continue to touch the bereaved family that's going through, Lord God. We actually continue to touch their minds and their hearts while they're going through this process. Continue to touch Tony family, my family, Queen family, and every family that's represented. We ask you to do this in your darling son, Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
I'm gonna start putting it at the end of the prayer, man, because y'all love my family. I'm gonna say touch my family.
Yeah. Man, see y'all in the morning, same bad time.
Same bad place.
2 Men in Hats. Let's talk about it.
It's the 2 Men in Hats podcast with your hosts with the most, Tony and Lavelle, every morning from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. We also have Queen Watkins with Clock Dead. Tune in with us and have a great time. Let's talk about it right here. 2 Men in Hats podcast.